Hello, namaste. It's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance for Tuesday and Wednesday. That's Tuesday the 30th of April and Wednesday the 1st of May. I trust I'm coming through loud and clear. I also trust that you're feeling great. It's been a while, like I said last week. A week feels like a long time in cyber world. So I've actually really missed coming in, but I've had a really full-on week and I've been very busy. I actually bought something to show you that I was making. So last week, which is why I didn't bring any videos out if you weren't aware, I was doing a week-long workshop with an international ceramic artist, a brilliant one, Sergey from America and also Estonia, and he does these amazing porcelain sculptures and paints little narratives and decorations. So 15 of us spent a whole week, 7 days, just making clay. And so I worked on that big project, the lady you may have seen with the drum next to her, which I didn't want to bring out because it's a bit delicate, because it's just greenware is what we call it when it's just air dried, so it hasn't been bisque fired or anything, so it's very delicate and I don't want to knock a finger or an arm or a head off. So instead I brought out this other project that we were working on, which is a ceramic head, and this is the ceramic head I made last week out of porcelain. It's my first time working with porcelain, because in ceramics, well, I was kind of told that you only really use porcelain for throwing on a wheel or slip casting, pouring very liquidy porcelain into a mold and making cups or whatever out of a mold. So this was my first time using porcelain, especially for hand building. And it's funny because I even said the end of last year, I remember saying to Corey that I woke up one morning, I just really want to sculpt a head, because as you might imagine if you've been seeing my ceramic journey over the last few years, I love sculpting faces and characters, and I was really wanting to sculpt a head. So I was very excited to have the opportunity. So this is my head that I made. I didn't plan on it being any certain gender, but he ended up with very big ears because I was practicing sculpting ears, which turned out pretty well. And he's solid underneath, but he's a bit messy because I haven't cleaned the underneath up yet, and he certainly needs to be painted. But this is my first ceramic sculptured head, which I think turned out just beautifully. So the next stage for me with this is painting it, but I need some supplies because I don't have the things yet that we were painting our pieces with. So I just thought I'd show you this man. So we'll see him progress over the coming months, and when I finally get my kiln, we'll be able to fire it and see how it turns out. So very happy with that. So I had a fantastic week of playing with clay, and also for me personally getting to know more clearly my intention with what sort of kiln I want to get for the next phase of my ceramics journey. And I really want to take it to the next level. I want to go from earthenware, which is terracotta, low firing as in going to 1100 degrees Celsius, to high fire ware like stoneware, porcelain, which goes up towards 1300 degrees Celsius. So that means I need to have a bigger kiln or a stronger kiln or a newer kiln that will go up to those temperatures. So at the moment I'm looking at upgrading my power supply to the house, which I found out I can do. I have access to do that, so I've got to contact my electrician, see what it will take to upgrade the power supply to my house, so then I can get a nice big juicy kiln that goes hot, so I can start doing more porcelain. I'd really love to do that. So that's still a long way away because it's going to take me a lot to save. So there's no rush. I'm just slowly saving and putting money aside for that. So not happening yet, but my shed, my new workshop, is going up on the weekend of the 18th of May. So that will be happening. So I will have a shed soon, or a workshop, which will be the first phase of the rebuild. So, after all that, thanks so much for joining me today. I really trust that you're feeling well and that you've had a great week. It's been very intense. It continues to be very intense. We've had a very intense couple of months, year really already, and things are progressing quite quickly. That's if we're getting on board. So if we're not on board the swift, fast, rapid, accelerating sort of pace right now, then we might feel quite stuck, stagnant, confused, overwhelmed. So we really have to make the decision to get on board with the rapid changes that are happening, and we have to be willing to make the changes that we need to make in our life. So things are coming in quickly, things are leaving quickly as well. So we're having to make split-second decisions, and we're also sitting on other decisions too and sort of pondering and feeling on what's the best way to proceed with certain things. So getting more information, basically. So extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. Now, if you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my combined Animal Kingdom Oracle cards with my Speed of Light Oracle cards. And I'm looking for the best card for Tuesday, and then the best card for Wednesday, and then the best card for the theme for Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared will be helpful and supportive for you. So just take on board what feels right, what resonates with you, what makes sense, and let the rest go. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter. If it does make sense, you can trust that. So I'm not asking you to trust me, I'm asking you to trust what makes sense to you, what fits in easily with your life, or something you've been thinking about lately. It's no accident that we happen to be here sharing these moments together. So let's see what comes up. I have no expectations. I don't know what's going to come up. I don't know what I'm going to be saying. I've just got to trust in the unfolding. So let's now look for the best card for Tuesday, the 30th of April. So take a nice deep breath and really think about letting go of any pressure that you're under, especially mental pressure. If you've been worrying, overthinking, you feel stuck or confused, or you're dealing with a pressured situation right now, think about taking some big deep breaths and breathing that stuff out in a way, even just for a few minutes. Give yourself a break from that mental pressure. Okay, Tuesday the 30th. Whoops. Let's see. Okay, the best card will find its way to the top. That's the most helpful for the majority of us. It's an Animal Kingdom Oracle card, and it's the Rainbow Serpent, card 44. And it says, take it to the next level. Take what? Take what to the next level? So we've been encouraged on Wednesday to take things, ourselves, our life, parts of our life to the next level. So I'm thinking of this straight away, the word upgrade. Upgrade has been my personal theme all of April, and it's been, oh no, upgrade, no it's not. Upgrade is going to be my theme for May, which I'd already written yesterday, because I realised my theme for April, which is rebuild, rebuild is actually leading into an upgrade. So I've noticed that rebuilding something leads into an upgrade. Or it could lead into a downgrade if that's our choice, simplifying things. So there's an upgrade feeling with this card. There's a feeling of taking things to the next level, upgrading parts of our life, parts of ourselves. Now, as we upgrade, this has been a really hot topic and really hot topic in the current energy reports, and very, what would you say, strong on my mind or in my heart these last few weeks, really, is the upgrading energy. So as we allow parts of our life and parts of ourselves to upgrade, it also means that parts of our life that we've been complaining about, or that haven't been working for a while, or we don't resonate with it any longer. These parts are almost being cut out. So yesterday in the current energy report, I described this as like plucking fruit from a tree. And we're plucking fruit. So we've worked really hard. We've planted the seed many months ago. The energy's been very fast, very rapid. As we've been through this rapid growth cycle, the tree's grown and grown and grown. It's bared its fruit. Now we're at a point where we're picking the fruit and we're enjoying it. But we're also picking some fruit which we see as rotten. So those rotten fruits, those rotten parts of our lives, the parts that just don't sit with us anymore, they just don't resonate. We don't want them to be a part of our journey any longer for whatever reason. These rotten fruits we're going to have to cast aside. So it's like we're picking our fruits right now, enjoying the fruits of our labour, but we're also picking and choosing. What do we want to keep? What do we want to stay in our life? And what do we need to step away from now? And it might be a split decision, in a split instant, a split second. Where we're going along to something or we're in some moment and we just kind of sense that this is the last time we're going to be doing this. And we need to close that door. Or it might be connections with other people. Hello, Puss. So what this will mean to you will be personal, of course. But there is this general sense, and especially as we're tying up the month, of letting ourselves move to that next level. So we have to be willing to let the baggage and the expired parts of our life go so that we can grow and expand. So the Rainbow Serpent, card 44, take it to the next level. Or we could say upgrade. Do you want to say hello, Puss? Let's see. Here's the Puss. I think she kind of wants to say hello. Maybe she wants to say hello to me. She thinks I'm talking to her, don't you? This is Puss. She found us, or she adopted us. Probably 5 or 6 years ago now. They really do choose their owners, don't they, these cats? So, she loves my videos. So I trust that makes sense for your Tuesday the 30th. And now I'm looking for the best card for Wednesday the 1st of May. So we're starting a new month. It's going to be interesting to switch months during this sharing. So we'll see what comes up. So Wednesday the 1st of May. I trust the best card will find its way to the top. I'm coming to you live too from Tasmania, Australia. It is Tuesday the 30th of April here at exactly 9:35 a.m. So, Wednesday the 1st of May, and the best card is this, and it's this. It's the Unicorn, card 50. And the Unicorn says, psychic, gifts, spiritual, intuition, and trust. This is very much about our spiritual interests and thinking about, or perhaps devoting some time to maybe developing or focusing on our spiritual interests on Wednesday. So it doesn't matter what our personal spiritual interests are, whether it is meditating, maybe going to church, or connecting with your altar, or doing some type of ritual, getting out your oracle cards, playing, journal writing, whatever it is. You can trust whatever your, we could say, spiritual calling is at this time, especially on Wednesday. That's calling you to further devotion, if you like, or commitment, or we could say connection to your spirit. We've been so busy. It's been such a busy, hectic, roller coaster, accelerated time period. Has been for quite a while, but April has definitely picked up speed. So a lot of us have been busy dealing with life, tending to things, working on things, dealing with things. So we may have kind of neglected our spiritual connections in some ways. And if this is something that you've been talking about lately, saying that I must get back into meditation or I must get my cards out again soon, then this is a confirmation for you that Wednesday feels like a very supportive day to consider bringing those tools out, dusting the tools and bringing them out and using them. So it's really calling on Wednesday for an increase or a reconnection to our spirit and whatever our spirit means to us. It's a very personal thing, our spirituality. What I believe is most likely very different to what you believe. So we're all very different, and I feel it's important to honour and respect each other's spirituality, but also respecting our own. So not feeling like we have to preach and push our spiritual beliefs onto others, or even let other people push their spiritual beliefs onto us, but become more confident in our own spiritual practices and our own spiritual connections. So when we respect that about ourselves, then we don't need to preach or push our spiritual beliefs onto others, and we don't become so impacted by other people trying to push their beliefs to us. So it's very much about our spirituality on Wednesday. There's also a sense here with the unicorn, because he's got this pronounced alicorn. Oh, I haven't written it on this card, but the alicorn here that protrudes out of the third eye chakra. So this is bringing emphasis to the third eye chakra, which to me immediately makes me think about trusting. So on Wednesday, we're also being encouraged to trust in our journey, trust in where we're going, trust in the decisions that we're making, trust in where we are in our life at the moment, and trust that if things don't feel right, if things don't resonate for whatever reason, we don't even need to have a reason. If they don't resonate, then we can trust that maybe we need to look at making changes. This is the kind of picking and choosing that's around at the moment really strongly. So that's Wednesday, our spiritual, reconnecting with our spirituality, our spirit, if you like, and also trusting in our journey. So, or trust in general. So let's now look for the best card for the theme for Tuesday and Wednesday. I haven't done this for a while. Well, I guess it hasn't been that long, but I'm just getting back into the flow. So the best card for the theme card will help us see the bigger picture for Tuesday and Wednesday, and just bring these days together. So it will it feels to me like it will create a bridge as we journey from April into May, the best month, I might say. My birthday is in May, so I don't even feel much of a build up yet. I've had 2 days break from the ceramics workshop, and then tomorrow I'm going straight into 4-day conference, ceramics conference, and then I have 1 day of connection on Sunday, and then I'm doing a tool making workshop out of bone, which will be interesting. So busy, busy, busy. I'm looking for the theme card, overlapping. Yeah, so I haven't really been thinking about my birthday coming up, so I'll be thinking of that later. This is the theme card, and it's this. What is it? Oh, it's a featured card. It's the Stellar Cycle, and we need to draw. It has further instructions here, which say to draw the 4th card from the top of the deck. So I'm going to count down to the 4th card, and it's a Speed of Light Oracle, and it's it's the Spirit Bird. I love this card. It makes me quite excited, as you can probably tell. What have we got here? We've got these 2 cards for the theme for Tuesday and Wednesday. So let's look at these separately, then we'll look at their relationship together. So this is a featured timing card, which is one of 4 timing cards in my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. And so this is the Stellar Cycle. This talks about 1 year, which we could also say it's in the long term. So in the long term, over the next 1 year, so this is implying that Tuesday and Wednesday, there's something really important about what we're setting up that's going to help us in the long term. So over the next year or so. So we're looking long term with whatever we're going through right now, which kind of makes sense because a lot of us are upgrading, we're rebuilding, and we're throwing the rotten fruits, the parts of our life that we've been complaining about or that don't resonate any longer. We're letting those go, and we're really bringing in new things, a lot of new things, and letting things grow and develop in our life. So we're not looking at this over the short term. Whatever we're thinking about right now, there's a very long-term connection with this. So like for me personally, I'm thinking of, okay, my rebuilding of my ceramics, my kiln ideas and intentions that I'm getting clearer about every day. This is not something I can do tomorrow. I mean, I've got to upgrade my power supply. I've got to save up probably $10,000 for a kiln. So, you know, I'm not even I'm about a quarter of the way to that. So, you know, I'm still looking at, you know, a good 6 to 12 months before I'm probably even going to get a kiln, realistically. So for me, that's where I see this card fits in. So what's going on for you now where you're looking at the long term, where you're looking at maybe over the next 6 to 12 months or even longer, and what seeds are you putting into place? What are you preparing for? What are you upgrading into? So that's what this card's about. And it's especially connected with this card, which is card 37. Oh, that was card 55, by the way. I don't think I said 55. This is card 37, Spirit Bird. And it says here, heart, song, joy, excitement, and motivation. So this is like I get this feeling with this card, you know, like a whistle while you work. It's not a kind of skip in your step, a feeling of joy, of feeling motivated and excited and joyful, connected to our life, feeling excited and inspired by what it is that we're working on right now. And what it is we're working on, our long-term goals, our long-term projects over the next 6, 12, 18 months in the long term connected with this. So these cards are connected. So we're looking at how can we bring joy, motivation, excitement, inspiration into our daily life on a long-term level, a long-term viewpoint. So this is actually quite exciting because it shows, and I've had this feeling anyway, but it just really confirms that what we're doing now is important for our long term. So again, I'm going to emphasize it's very important that we get on board this fast-moving energy. The more we resist it, the more we avoid it or try and run the other way or whatever, the louder it's going to become and the more overwhelmed we're probably going to feel and the more stagnant we're going to feel. We only feel stagnant, what I've noticed, we only feel stagnant or stuck in our life if we're not in that flow. So when we're resisting change or we don't want to really see the truth in something, then we're going to feel stuck or stagnant. We're not in the flow. When we're in the flow, we're not going to feel stagnant. We can't. There's going to be slower moving times and faster moving times, but we're not going to feel stuck. So we're only stuck when we're resisting the movement and resisting the change or resisting how we feel. So how can you, if you've been feeling that, get on board? You know, I think of it, like I said in the last video, like a travelator. I think they're called travelators. That's what I've been calling it. Those belt things that people stand on and they move us. And we can walk on them or we can just stand there with our luggage and it sort of moves for us. But these are moving at high speed right now. So how can you get on board and get up to speed with what's going on? It's going to bring about changes. So those of us, those of you who might be fearing change right now, you might also be feeling quite stuck and overwhelmed. So don't be afraid of change. It's a natural thing. That's why it's really important to be grateful for and appreciate every day all the people in our life, the good things that are happening, because things are going to change. We're not going to be in this good space for the rest of our life. Things change. Everyone changes. Things change. So if we can appreciate it as deeply and fully now, then we can maybe a bit easier flow with the changes as they happen, or as we make them, or as other people make them. So very exciting moments right now for us to connect with. So thanks for connecting. I've used my combined Speed of Light Oracle cards and my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. These are available now. You can learn more about either deck or both decks on my website. They are sold separately, so you can use them separately. They work brilliantly, but they have been designed to work together. So if you're inspired to join them up and create a 110 card deck, it's lots of fun. So I really encourage you to have a go if you're inspired to. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. Please come back and connect with my videos again sometime. I share them at least once a week, if not several times a week. I don't have a specific planned day or time for them. It's just whenever I have time and whenever I'm inspired to. So I try and pop in every 2 or 3 days if possible. So I should be back again soon. So please stop back again if you've missed or haven't seen any for a little while. Come back and have a look in the videos. You can also have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. I have a video tab, and that's where I share all of these videos back to my YouTube channel. So you can follow me on YouTube too if you want, just Temple of Balance on YouTube, but I share those on my website. So if you ever take a break from Facebook or you can't find the videos because sometimes they're hiding them, you can go to my YouTube channel or my website. So keep an eye out there if you're inspired to. I've got new pendants that I'm just about to sit down and create, so they'll be coming out tomorrow. And it looks like, are you calling me fake there? I'll check that out, but I certainly ban and block people that are rude, so that will be happening probably if someone's being rude there, but I will check the comments when I get back on my computer so I can see them properly. It's important for me that this is a safe space for everybody, and I don't hesitate in banning and blocking people that are rude or disrespectful. So you know, it's really important to me, this space, and I know it's important to a lot of you too. So thank you. Yeah, so I've got new pendants coming tomorrow, crystal ones like this. We've got events coming up in Melbourne, Hobart, and our Tasmania Healing Retreat in February. So thanks so much. If you want to learn more about me and the work that I do, please visit my website at templeofbalance.com.au. So thank you again. Have a fantastic couple of days and journey through the into the new month, and I'll be back to share with you again very, very soon. So sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Thank you. Namaste. Bye.